Nothing could have prepared me for what was about to happen. I high-sided at the first corner, something I'd done 12 months before at Silverstone, but that wasn't the big problem. I landed at the side of the track, scurried off over the barrier and behind the fence. It was at this point a marshal picked me up and put me on the back of a scooter. And when this scooter took off, I was on the back of Pedro. He took off back to the paddock, flat out through this tunnel, and it was only where this tunnel comes back up to meet the circuit on the other side that Pedro decided he wasn't going to roll off. And we went round a corner just as it levelled out on top, faster than I'd just gone around turn 1, 2 up on a scooter. So as you can imagine, we high-sided, 2 up, landed flat on our backs, me and Pedro on the floor, and I looked at Pedro, screaming at him because I was so angry. I'd had a terrible season. This marshal had now crashed with us both on the back. I was so annoyed and so angry. So I grabbed his scooter and took off back to my garage. Left him on the floor because I really thought he was just laying it on thick because he was so embarrassed as to what he'd just done. Later that night, I was in the physio centre getting some work done on some of my injuries from the day. And it was only at that point I heard the physios laughing about a story from earlier that day, where a rider had took a scooter from a marshal that had crashed with them both on the scooter. I put my hand up and said, yeah, that was me, laughing back to them. It was at this point that I found out Pedro had unfortunately broken his femur and he was laid on the floor screaming because his leg was broken, and I just took his scooter and ran off. So apologies to Pedro, I was just frustrated with the whole incident and I do hope your leg got better.